I think for me the decision was I realized, after finishing undergraduate and knowing, all the things that were out there. Being an elementary teacher, you are a reading teacher. So much of your day, every subject that you teach, you're teaching reading. And without that piece, you kind of are left feeling like you're not able to help your kids. So for me, I knew it was something I needed to pursue. And so it was more, of course it's worth my time because I felt like I was so hungry for that information, and it was the only way for me to get it. And as a new teacher, your schedule is so jam-packed and you are so busy. But for me, the way I started to think about it was, I can go to school and kind of feel like I'm not reaching my kids and feel frustrated, or I can have an opportunity and an outlet to kind of get that new information and apply it to a real setting. And I was able to kind of do that and think that way. I was able to go to class and have projects that directly applied to my class and my students and what was going on with me. I also had an opportunity to go and talk to experts and colleagues and meet new people who were kind of going through similar situations and have a place to go to find solutions rather than just staying frustrated. I had a place to feel successful. There's so much more to be learned, and by doing the master's, I was able to take a whole course on children's literature, a whole course on teaching writing, an entire course on diagnosing reading difficulties. And I think those opportunities to have that, you get the overview as an undergraduate, but as a graduate student, you have the chance for the in-depth.
One of the things I think about the reading program at William & Mary is we did look at and work with kids of all different ages, and so there were classes like the continuing reading class that was focused more on upper elementary, middle school, and high school kids versus some of the other classrooms that were really focused on how children learn to process their first language, how do they learn to speak and write. And so just thinking about kids at all different stages in their life really helped me think about how then you would teach those students. And so having that diversity of experiences at William & Mary helps me here in the building, because I work not just with struggling readers. I have kindergartners who are reading above grade level that I have to help their teachers know what to do with them. So there's a variety of things that I get to do during the day. It's really exciting that way.
You have a good reader, Monty. Copying it says cousins, Ned and Laura. Good job.
The first thing that comes to mind for me is the personality of the professors, and the work I started with them in my program was from a learner, and it was personalized for me. So I can think back to doing my thesis and working with Dr. Beers, and the personal attention that he gave to me, the time that he took to think through things with me. I think about Dr. Johnson and Children's Lit, and how I had a love for books already, but that my love for books and what it could do for kids and for instruction grew when I took that course. I really gained an understanding of the reader across K-12, and then took that understanding from class and applied it to, at the time, a classroom teacher position, moved into a specialist position, and now in my current position, driving curriculum.
When I was going through the program, I was a first grade teacher, and pretty naive, because in my bachelor's degree we only had one course on reading. And I've always loved the underdog, and so in my class, those kids who had particular difficulties, I knew they needed something extra, but I wasn't quite sure what that extra was. So I started taking classes out of a need to want to serve the kids that I was serving better. Because not only was William & Mary very opening and encouraging us to be a part of their greater community, but also the women that I was with, I was learning more and more from them. I live in Williamsburg. I love the community. William & Mary is a wonderful campus, but I think I would have to say one of the things that I got from my experience, one of the things I continue to think that is important about that community, is you feel not only part of the college community, but also part of the greater community. And there are just people who want to know more, to be smarter, to work not only with kids, but to work with people in general, and to work with our greater world. So I would think that that for me is one of the things that William & Mary brought to my learning.